The Super Bowl is upon us. The Harbaugh Bowl, the Har Bowl. What's going on in the Harbaugh's household in the next week? Listen, I'm not even going to give you an actual breakdown of the two teams. You're getting enough of that. I'm just going to say that these are two of the most physical teams in the NFL in a time when physicality is trying to, there are attempts to legislate that out of the game. So this is throwback, leather helmet, mud and grass, run the ball 30 times type of football we're going to see. Actually, no, it's not. Randy Moss, Michael Crabtree, Vernon Davis are going to catch a lot of passes. Torrey Smith, Anquan Bolden, and they're going to ball out. Hey, diddle diddle, Ray Rice up the middle. We are in store for an offensively fun football game for this Super Bowl. As I shared with you, I'm not going to pick against my uncle, Ray Lewis. I do need him to cut it out with the antics and the catching of the Holy Ghost on the field. I'm not going to pick against you, Uncle. I can't do it. So I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens in a relatively low-scoring affair, 24-21 in New Orleans. That's it, man. Get ready for your Super Bowl. Get your vittles cooked. Get your libations prepared. Liquid Lou, Glenn Livenett says so. And we'll see you after the Super Bowl with a recap.
It's funny, this Ravens-49ers Super Bowl reminds me of another matchup in the 70s, and it has nothing to do with football. It has to do with a classic movie, The Way of the Dragon, Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris, and you're wondering, who do I have as who? 49ers, I got is Bruce Lee. Younger, faster, and they're up and coming. They're probably the best at what they do on the defensive side of the ball. And Bruce Lee's legs has got to be Kaepernick, right? And that dangerous running game with Frank Gore, James. The Ravens, you got Chuck Norris. Bigger, physical, and they just look like fucking men out there among men. And you got to give them credit the way they've been playing in these playoffs. Their defense has really stepped it up from their regular season. Joe Flacco has played really well under pressure. And Ray Rice, who has come up big in big moments. But like in this fight, Chuck Norris came out. The Ravens, who I believe will come out fast and hit the 49ers with something, but they will make adjustments like Bruce Lee did. The faster, younger defense will prevail, contain Ray Rice, contain Joe Flacco in the big plays, and Kaepernick will be a difference like Michael Vick and RG3 was versus the Ravens. That's my pick, 49ers over Ravens for the War Room Sports. My name is Ezra Ice Cream from Idiot Sports Talk.
This weekend, or Sunday, I should say, we had some great games, and I was right on my predictions from last week, saying that Uncle Ray and the Ravens would go into Foxborough Stadium and beat the New England Patriots to take the Ravens to the Super Bowl, in which will be Ray Lewis's final season. I was also accurate when it came down to the choosing of the San Francisco 49ers over the Falcons, and once again, the Falcons could not close out the deal after maintaining an early first-half lead. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick and the Harbaugh Bowl. As I stated last week, I will give you my prediction on the Harbaugh Bowl, which I predicted. And, man, Colin Kaepernick is tough out there. I mean, he just takes the snap and just goes. Pretty accurate as well. Frank Gore runs like a animal. And, man, that defense with the 49ers is no joke. But also, that defense with the Raiders is no joke. Ray Lewis is inspired. The one thing I thought that could happen is him just inspiring the team to beat all the doubters and prove everyone wrong and actually win a Super Bowl this year because it is his last year. Anquan Bolden is just killing whoever's trying to guard him. So, Harbaugh Bowl 1, I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. In a close game, I have the Ravens winning and Ray Lewis going out as a Super Bowl champion. I'm out. Oh, shout out to HU, Howard University. Peace.
What's going on? It's your boy Truex, the sports guy, a.k.a. Hustle Simmons, from the Nothing But Sports show on Black Flag Radio. And I'm just here to give y'all my Super Bowl 47 predictions between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers are great against the pass. They beat up on teams like the Patriots, the Packers, the Saints, and the Falcons, but struggled against teams that played great defense and ran the ball. That's why I'm going with Baltimore, y'all. 23-17, Baltimore.
I mean, it's as simple as this. You got the Ravens, the Niners, two teams that are very similar, even down to the fact that the coaches are brothers. The way I see this game going is this. Very close game. I don't see either team winning by more than a field goal or a touchdown. But I'm going to have to go with the Ravens, man. Reason being, they've been there. Not necessarily the Super Bowl, but they've been in a lot of big games. And this is the biggest game of games. I mean, how can you not go with Uncle Ray, Terrell Suggs? Your man Pollard is out there trying to single-handedly add to the plaintiff list of the next lawsuit against the NFL. You got, guard your nose a Lodi Nada. My fault. Little Action Bronson reference, but I digress. You got Ed Reed out there looking like dark-skinned Jermaine. So it's like, I think they're going to pull through and win this game for Uncle Ray. But it's going to be a very close game. But I'm going to take the Ravens by either 3 or 7. See you chumps on top.
I think the Baltimore Ravens win Super Bowl 47 for a number of reasons. I just think they're a team of destiny. And also, they've overcome so much adversity this year, changing offensive coordinators and all the types of side stories. And they had big wins, going out to Denver and beating the Broncos, and then going back to the scene of the crime, going up to New England and just beating up the Patriots physically and mentally. And Joe Flacco has just been great, hasn't made a mistake, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions. And I also think that they'll win it for Ray Lewis, and he'll go out on top as a winner.
What's up, sports fans? This is Roy Burton from the Broshi Line giving you the inside scoop on Super Bowl 47. Now, forget about all the cutesy names the media is trying to give this game. This isn't the Bro Bowl or the Har Bowl or anything like that. What it is Ray Lewis's last dance. And when that clock strikes 0 at the end of the game, we'll get to see Uncle Ray Ray do one last squirrel dance or Holy Ghost dance or Miami twerk or whatever he calls it, as his Baltimore Ravens will defeat the San Francisco 49ers 27-17. Now, Colin Kaepernick's had a good run, but that will come to an end as the Baltimore defense will bring it one last time for Uncle Ray Ray. And Joe Flacco, good local kid, is finally going to shine on the national stage, carving up the Niners defense like Alicia Keys has said to butcher that national anthem on Sunday. But hey, this is only one man's opinion. I guess we'll see what happens on Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl 47 is finally here. Baltimore Ravens, San Francisco 49ers. It's been a long season. For me personally, since I live in between Redskins and Ravens country, Ravens fever has kind of taken over where I live. Walked to a Target the other day and I saw this. But anyway, let's get to my predictions for the game. I think this game is evenly matched. I mean, even down to the coaches, no pun intended. You got John Harbaugh versus Jim Harbaugh. If you look at the makeup of their teams, I think the teams are very similar. I actually think the Ravens may just be an older version of the San Francisco 49ers. You got Ray Lewis on one side. You got Patrick Willis on the other side. You got Frank Gore versus Ray Rice. The wild card in all of this, as he has been throughout the playoffs, Colin Kaepernick. I think I know what Joe Flacco is going to give you. Joe Flacco, I think he has a little more at stake in this. He had the "I'm in the elite group of quarterbacks" comments before the season started. He had a pretty good season. He's having a good playoffs. I think I know what he's going to give the Ravens, and they're going to try to go downfield a lot to Torrey Smith, mid-range to Anquan Bolden. But Colin Kaepernick, he's the X factor. He's the wild card. Being a young quarterback, we're not really sure what he's going to give you, and we're not really sure what the Ravens are going to give up to him. If it's a speed thing, of course, Colin Kaepernick wins that, but the Ravens will have to play a lot of cover 2 to keep him in front of them, keep the defense a little bit honest. But I'm not going to break it all down. You can hear that on our show. Bottom line, I just think the Baltimore Ravens, I think they want this for Ray Lewis. And not only for Ray Lewis, I think Ed Reed, he's been playing at the top of his game at the safety position for the last decade. I think Ed Reed deserves it just as much as Ray Lewis deserves to go out on top. So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens in a close one in Super Bowl 47.
Kuwait is the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys diversified and educated.